name is Laura Guthrie. I'm the on-site trainer here at Golden Quest. Today I have with me George, tattoo KX3. George is, he is a 4-month-old Comfort Retriever here from Golden Quest, and he has been in training for about 5 days now. So we're going to show you what Mr. George has been learning, aren't we, bud? He gets so excited, don't you? You get so excited, you shake. You get so excited. Yes. He loves people and he loves attention, as you can see. He's a little ball of energy. Little tiny ball of energy. Sweet just like his mommy and his daddy. Right, buddy? Yes, loves people. Okay, let's get working. You ready? Are you getting excited? George! Sit. Good. George, sit. Yes. Good boy. Free. Good. George, down. Almost. George. Down. Down. George, come on. Can you lay down more for the half second? Say, no, I'm so excited. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Good boy, yes. Good. Yes. Right now I'm trying to just get him calmed down for a second, so what I'm doing is I'm waiting him out so he'll sit down. Yes. And I'm rewarding him for having a calm behavior like sitting instead of jumping around or running really quickly or, yes. So as you can see, he's really excited. He likes learning. He likes being around people. He's fun. Here you are. You're a lot of fun. Yes, good. Thank you. Good boy. We'll come back to down. Let's do something a little bit easier. You want to go to place? Good. Good boy. Free. Good job. As you can see with this energy, we're not quite at the point where we're doing stays of any kind right now. We're just introducing all of the basics and getting comfortable performing. George, come. Good job. Very enthusiastic. Well done. George, great. Yes. Yes. Free. Good boy. Well done, Bob. Yay. Down. Up 2. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Well done. Yeah. Good boy. You touch. Yes. Good boy. Good job. Just out of curiosity, I'm sure I just wanted to let you know, inside the bag, so there used to be pepperoni in here, so now I just have the kibble. And the reason I do that is to kind of get that pepperoni scent and some of the flavor onto the kibble, so it makes it a little bit more enticing, just a little bit more exciting for them. George. Good boy. Heel. Yes. So right now, the beginning of heel is simply just where I'm building up reward history with the position. Yes. You get it? Good boy. George, heel. Yes. Heel. Yes. Good. Yes. Good boy. Free. So what you just saw there was I had the reward in my hand. I had the reward in my hand down here, so in the heel hand. And as he was walking around, once he got to the correct position, so his body was aligned with my calf, then I said, yes, good heel, and then he got the hand open, so he got to get a few treats out of the hand as a reward. And as you saw, he kind of veered off a few times, so I just reminded him, I just kind of tapped my leg a little bit, and said, George, heel, and he came back over there, and again, once he did, I said, yes, and I gave him some reward for it. And so, like I said, building reward history, so what I'm doing is I am getting him to get the understanding that that position that specific position. So not too far ahead, not too far behind, and not over all the way around the room, but in that position right there, you get rewarded. And I'm starting to build up the understanding of the term heel. And that's what the heel is supposed to be. And then there at the end, you saw when I paused, that I lured him into a sit. So I made him follow my hand into a sit. And the reason I did that is because part of the healing process is that you want him to follow you. He should be right next to you. He shouldn't be getting too far ahead. If he does, you should turn around and kind of give him the opportunity to get back in position. So that's what I did. So you saw me turn, and then I got him to come back, and he got more reward. He's not a lagger. He definitely doesn't stay behind. He likes to stay either ahead or right next to you. So we're encouraging that, making sure he knows that. But then when you pause, it's nice to have the dog sit for safety purposes. That way if you guys are on a walk and you have to stop at a crosswalk, or somebody else is approaching, or anything, it's just nice for the dog to sit. But instead of confusing him and asking him to sit, I want him to think it's just a natural part of healing, and I want him to be under the assumption that it's something he's supposed to do. And so when he does do it, instead of saying yes, good sit, I just say yes and give him food. Or I might even say yes, good heel, and include that as part of the heel. That way he learns that healing isn't necessarily walking, but it's performing these actions with me. Right? Yeah. So he's doing really well. As you can see, he's definitely very enthusiastic and excited to learn. So I definitely think that he would be fun, so you guys can learn tricks together and have fun playing outside. He's definitely very goofy, but he loves getting affection. He loves running around, so I think he'll be a lot of fun to have toys out with. He definitely likes a lot of treats and food, so it's important to make sure we keep him in good health, which is why most of the time you'll see me using his meal. So I'll use his breakfast and his dinner, and I break them up, and I have it already portioned out, and I just grab from it while we're training. That way, since he does like a lot of food, we don't get him too chunky, because if we get too chunky, then increased health problems can happen, like diabetes and that kind of stuff. So we want to keep him on track health-wise. So it's nice to have kibble as the reward for training. Now sometimes tricks are difficult, or even the obedience gets difficult, and the best example is when you have a lot of distractions. So say you're having friends over and it's just too exciting for him. He wants to come out of his crate, and he wants to break his sit and that kind of stuff. So getting a treat that's more important to him or higher value, like maybe a pepperoni or a slice of cheese, something small enough that he can chew on, but that's definitely maybe smellier or better tasting than just his regular kibble, that's going to be really helpful in those instances. So don't feel nervous not to use a high value treat, but it's definitely good to keep to his kibble as much as he'll allow you to. But no, he's doing pretty good. He's definitely very energetic, so his come is really great because he's so affectionate that he's excited when somebody is asking for him to come see them, rather. As you saw with Place, he's a little bit spastic. He's kind of excited about it, but that's okay. Enthusiasm is good. Confidence-wise, he's doing pretty good. So we do little sessions together where I put up these tunnels. So I have a cat tunnel that makes like crinkly noises. I have a big cloth tunnel that's really big and colorful and bright, so they have to go through that. I have a little hoop that I encourage them to climb through, and a lot of that is just, and also a mirror that they walk on. And those things are just for them to get comfortable, because as puppies, it's good to build up their confidence, because if they have higher confidence, then they're going to be more comfortable when you take them to the park or when you take them out to the pet store and that kind of stuff. And some of that is going to be the trust they have with you as well. They're going to trust you to care for them when you guys are out. But building their confidence now is really good too, because it lets them know that they can trust themselves to make good decisions, and it also increases body awareness. So, for example, the hoop, when I'm asking them to step through the hoop, they have to lift up their paws, so they have to identify where the bottom of the hoop is, so that's really great. So there are a lot of activities you guys can do when he gets home too, and build that up. There's a lot of fun games as well, but all in all, training-wise, he's doing pretty good. Potty accidents, he hasn't had any accidents in the crate. He has had 2 indoors. So again, with potty training, it's just about giving him a smaller area to work with at first, and getting on a routine together as a family. So letting him out after big events. And for puppies, big events can be having a nap time in the crate. It could be having a nap time out of the crate either as well. Big play session, so you guys just played a lot. Let him out. Eating and drinking, let him go outside. Yeah. And what you'll notice is that after certain events, he may need to go to the restroom. So for example, if, let's see, after you guys play, take him straight outside and he goes pee, well then you just learn that after play, maybe that's a regular time he needs to go. So that will help with potty training, as well as keeping him in smaller areas at first, and then slowly letting him have more room of the house. And by that I mean where you can see him. So a small area, keep him in one room so you can see where he's at all times. So that way if you see him showing signs that he's about to go, like he's sniffing an area a lot, then you can go over and pick him up and take him outside and tell him go potty and encourage him to go there. Yes. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like you saw, he's going in the crate pretty well. He does whine in the crate. He's very vocal. So one thing about that, it's completely normal, especially for a puppy as sociable as he is, one that really just wants to be cuddled and loved like this and wants to play. It's perfectly normal for him to be very vocal in the crate. So some things that we do here is we make the crate very exciting. So like you noticed when we were doing the crate in the video, I had him go to the back by putting treats in the back. And one of the reasons I do that, besides making the crate a really cool place for him, I'm putting them in the back because I want him to understand that good things happen in the back of the crate and not necessarily the front. And the reason we do that is because I don't want him running out of the crate when I open the door. Eventually, I want him to learn that he should wait until we tell him he's allowed to come out. So we would use our release cue, which is going to be free. And that's the same thing we're going to use for everything else too when he's going to stay. We'll tell him good, free. And you saw me use that a couple times here. So with the crate, putting the treats in the back helps. Teach them that good stuff's always in the back. That way he's eager to go in and search the back. Covering the crate, that helps as well because it kind of helps mellow him out, keeps him calm. I also play instrumental music for bedtime, so when I'm going to be leaving him in the crate, this is good. So if you're going to do nap time at the house, implementing a nap time and putting the music on, it'll be good too. Big thing, don't acknowledge him. The best you can, do not acknowledge him in the crate when he is whining a lot, because what's going to happen is the whole reason he's doing it is because he wants your attention. So if you give him that attention when he's whining, whether you say no or whether you go over and say it's okay, whichever one of those is, it's still attention to him. So he learns that the whining works and he'll keep doing it. And sometimes it can even get worse. He can get louder, he can cry longer and all that kind of stuff. So it's important to teach him now that that's not how you get out of the crate. So for example, if you're going to get him out in the morning, try to do it when he's quiet. Whenever you're going to get him out, no matter if it's morning or not, try to do it when he's quiet and he's calm. If he's not going to be calm, that's fine, but as long as he's not talking, best thing you can do. So something you can do is you can try to distract him by throwing a piece of a treat in the back, and then when he's going to eat it, you can open it and tell him free, and then help him outside as soon as he gets out. That way he has the opportunity to go outside. But those are just some quick training and potty training tips for you. But he's doing pretty good, aren't you? He's very playful. He likes playing with other dogs, but he really likes people, don't you? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and see you next week with more stuff, and he'll be learning how to do other fun things, won't you? You say bye to your family? You say you see you soon? Wanna go play?